Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to Dating My Budget. My name is Nita and I'm on the journey to becoming a financial warrior. That just means standing the fight to remain debt-free, giving myself financial options with the help of zero-based budgeting, the cash envelope system, and savings challenges. Today I wanted to go over my paycheck breakdown, just show you once again my process and how I get it done. This is my cheat sheet, and usually like a month in advance, I try to pre-plan, and so that's where this comes in handy. And if my income is more, I can just easily go in, erase, and update the category. This is something that I share with you guys for the first time. This is my due date menu. I'll kind of give you a brief run through of how I use this. I'm going to leave this out so I don't forget and put this to the side. We're working with the second paycheck of April. On average, I budget $980. So this is like the lowest, the income I expect, but it actually came in at $1,130.97. Lately, I've been doing a couple, like 30 minutes here and there, like 2 days per week, extra 2 hours of overtime. And so that's how we got this number. Also, I finished a challenge on my $20 Tuesday. And so just want to show you guys. So I completed this Happy Meal challenge. And we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120. So that's 120 I'll be bringing over. And actually, I'm just going to let this hang out. And so I can bring this here as well. And we'll add up both columns. So 1,100. But we actually have $1,250.97 to work in our budget to have a zero-based budget. I am a month ahead. It works out to where my total monthly expenses, the bills that I leave in the bank, and for the date, I always put SIB, which is stay in bank. I have it worked out to where I'm not concerned about each due date. So on here, is like my reminder, the bills that come out that I pay for monthly. I have the dates that it's due, but the majority, -2, is paid on the 3rd of the month. That allows me to split everything over 2 paychecks evenly instead of like focusing on the ones that's due during that paycheck cycle. It's been, to me, the best thing because that's less planning I have to do as far as trying to make sure I have a certain amount allocated to bills, to cover certain bills. And then I have my credit cards here. Since I'm debt free, I just wanted a reminder in case I did use a credit card. I have a quick reference to show the due date. For example, I'm using my Discover now to cover my car juice or gas, because for the second quarter of the year, they're giving back bonus cash back. So I use my Discover card. I use the Upside app, and I'm getting bonus points for using my card or bonus dollars for using my card. And so that's like a triple dip. At the end of the year, I'll cash out everything and, see what that number is looking like. But this is just a reminder, a reference tool. So my monthly bills is $380. So every paycheck, I budget $190. My checking account cushion, it stays in the bank as well. That's at $125. Secure Auto is my car insurance. I'm a year ahead in this category. I budget $50. The remainder I keep in cash. You guys, I'm using the wrong pen. I love this pen. I love how it glides on so smoothly. But I am using the wrong pen. I should be using my erasable pen. Next is the eatery, and this category we use to buy our quarterly meat haul, and so it's getting $55. HOA is getting $30. It's due at the beginning, well, at the end of the year in my head, but it's due the first month of the year. And then month ahead, I am going to give it $39. Month ahead, I stuff all month, and then at the end of the month, I allocate the funds to the categories. So let's find out what we need, how much we're spending in bills. So that's a total of $489 minus $12.50 and 97 cents. So that leaves us with a rolling total of $761.97. And we want to bring that down here, $761.97. Next are the envelopes I keep in my wallet. And groceries gets $40 per paycheck. My groceries is not to cover a full grocery haul. It's just to pick up things that we forgotten, my weekly vegetables and fruits, things that we may have run out of, just small things. So since Ragnar covers the actual groceries, we grocery shop every 2 weeks. I just make sure I have some money in my budget if we need something, or if something's on sale that we really love to have on hand, that comes in handy as well. Car juice is my gas, and I do work from home. And lately at the pump, I've been spending like 22, 23, a couple times 27. And so I'm increasing my category here to 55. Eventually, I think next paycheck, I'll just increase it to 60 and work with that. I'm just trying to inch it up. Dine out, it gets 25. In our dine out category, this year, we've been heavily focused on beefing up the vacation envelope. Where we don't eat out, this money is rolled to our travel fund. So that's been working out pretty good. We do have a vacation coming up at the beginning of the summer. Next is beauty, and it's going to get $5. Ragnar is getting $10, and kindness is getting $5. Kindness is just my giving envelope. We'll add this up. 40, 55, 25, and then this is 20 for a total of 140. 140 minus 761.97 leaves 621.97. And so we'll roll this amount to the sinking fund section, 621.97. Let's get into the sinking funds. And wellness is going to get $50. School aid, which is this kid's back to school, and it's going to get $40 from my paycheck and $120 from the Happy Meal challenge. So that's a total of $160. I'm trying to get this fully funded before July or early July. And next is BGC, which is birthdays, gift celebrations. That's going to get $21. Christmas is getting $35, which I have been doing a scratch off for my Christmas fund this year to get it going. And we are down to the last. We're down to the last circle. So let's see what that number is. And so that I can pre-plan with this number for the next pay cycle. And that is 40. Total here is 640. I have that, and I'll add that to my cheat sheet later. Next up is fight night, and we love watching UFC fights or pretty much MMA fighting. I decided to start an envelope this year to cover either an actual fight, pay-per-view, or fight night that we go out to a restaurant. So I'm going to add $10. Next is sick days, and that is going to get $40. Sick days this year, I'm trying to get it up to $750 by the end of the year. Like have a set amount of income to cover co-pays, prescriptions if needed, anything that's going on throughout the year and requires a doctor visit. Or maybe let's say half of the family is sick and we don't want to cook. There's income here for us to eat out or just cover those expenses during that sick time. So I want to have that established and keep it going because I want to start saving my actual insurance deductible and have that as my health emergency fund. Next is car defense, which is my car emergency fund. That is at 53. I'm doing a 52-week challenge, and you guys will see that in the actual video, CashStuffing video. I recently did take my car in to have it serviced, and I was quoted one amount, and it was like almost $100 less. So I was excited about that. But since I started my journey, every year I've saved $1,000, and I've slowly been chipping away at the list of issues that need to be on my car. And so I just pulled that money from the bank. And actually what I did was my first credit card, which is Capital One, the car defense account in my Capital One savings, high yield savings. And so I used my credit card, was like, this is an opportunity to use my credit card because, if you don't use it, they see we're going to close your account. Anytime I pay for a car service, I use my Capital One credit card and just transfer the money to pay it off. Whenever I see it, I pay it off once, it's available to pay on the credit card. So that's been paid and handled. So I'm just loving this system, finding ways to make it work for me. I do that as well with my Secure Auto. So I'm using my card throughout the year for things that I have money for and not just balling out of control, swiping my card. Home decor is getting $25. I am so excited this year. I'm trying to get that fund up to $750 as well because there's some things I want to do around the house. And so whenever I can stuff this, I'm excited because there was a whole month where I wasn't able to stuff it. Next is home defense, which is the home emergency fund. That's getting $21. The goal this year is $500. And the last category is the purge, which is getting $31. And the purge is for the end of the year. I do a mass cleaning. I go through everything. And then I end up realizing, I can organize this better. So I start buying like things to organize with, drawers, just anything to help it be a functional organizing system. I look forward to doing that. And so I wanted to have a budget where I can easily cover the expenses. And so the goal is set at $300. And so now we're going to add up all the sinking fund numbers. So that's the total of $446, from $621.97, $175.97, and just knowing what I need here, this is looking correct. So I'm gonna go ahead and write this confidently down here. $175.97. We get to skip over extra debt because your girl is debt free. Next is the 0 out challenge, and the 0 out challenge, it gets the last 3 digits of my paycheck. So the last couple paychecks has been some change, so that's only 97 cents, and I leave that in the bank. Next is new car, and new car is getting $175. I am doing an $8,000 challenge, and the highest number, it ranges from 130 to 175. So the last stuffing I scratched off for 175. And so, yeah. And so we know that 175.97 cents is what we started with, and that's what we ending with. And the same number minus the same number leaves us at 0. I have cash planned, assigned, 0 out my budget, and now my cash envelope breakdown, which I want to write this here, even though it's in this book, and right next to each other. That the date is not necessary, but I'm gonna write it anyway. And so I went ahead and did this. For whatever reason, I like to do this before I even do this, just so I know that, you know, my numbers balance out. I did this, everything balanced. Came over here, did this, everything balanced. And so I shouldn't have any issues here. So that's me just making sure my budget is good. And I actually I ordered this from the Budget Mom. And so I just, you know, write my denominations on here, take this to the bank with my withdrawal slip, and I'm good to go. Which I've done that already. It's in my wallet and waiting for me to make that trip to the bank. And so that is it. I have to get this updated. Put this back into my, let me do that now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope to chat with you in the cash stuffing video. Bye guys.